Yes, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this in one go, so if I stumble over my words going forwards, I apologise in advance, and as always, I apologise in advance if the quality of this video is fairly poor, if there's any lag, anything like that at all. Sadly, it cannot be helped, and hopefully it's not too much of an issue for you. So, if you couldn't tell from the flag that I was actually holding the incorrect way, I am going to be talking about the UK's entry for the upcoming 2020 Eurovision Song Contest, which will take place in just under 3 months in Rotterdam at the Ahoy in the Netherlands. The first time that city is hosting the grown-up Eurovision Song Contest. And pretty much the BBC were teasing Eurovision fans over the past few days. They released a short trailer on their Twitter page, and Graham Norton made a brief statement on television last weekend at the end of this other television show, saying that our entry would be announced today, Thursday the 27th of February, on BBC Radio 2 and BBC Radio 1, and that got people very excited, because usually our act is either selected through a national final, in which we have a say of course, or it's on Radio 2 with Ken Bruce. But no, it was on Radio 1 and Radio 2 this morning. I think Radio 2 had the very first play of it just after 9:30 AM this morning. It's now coming up to midday, so the song's only been out for about 2 hours or so, but I've listened to it all the way through once at the time of recording this video. The singer in question is James Newman. Now, I'm going to be honest, he is quite an unknown figure in the British music scene. I don't think I'm being unrealistic saying that. I think he is a relative unknown. His brother, John Newman, is better known. And I think a lot of people were speculating that it was going to be John Newman, or that he was going to have some involvement. Instead, it is his brother, James Newman, who is based in London. I don't know how old he is. I would say he's probably the same age as me, so between 25 and 30. He has had a couple of singles as a featured musician. The only one of note was from 2 years ago, when he did a song with Armin van Buuren, who is Dutch, and that finished, it charted in the top 30 here in the UK. This is his lead single as a soloist, with no featured artist or anything like that. It's called My Last Breath. The song has been written by him, Ed Druitt, who is a singer as well, but I think is better known as a songwriter these days, Adam Argyle and Ian James. Now, Ian James co-wrote the 2011 winning song Running Scared for Azerbaijan, which is widely regarded as the weakest winner of the past 10 years. Great, but he also co-wrote Love Kills, which was the Belgian entry in 2013, which I personally really enjoyed. So, he's also written songs for Little Mix, Anne-Marie, who's a leading female musician here in the UK, the Vamps, Louis Tomlinson, Fleur East, Ella Henderson, yeah, a whole bunch of musicians, so he's got a lot of experience. Anyway, I was listening to Radio 2 this morning with Ken Bruce, who does the commentary on the radio every year for the UK, and he was bigging up the songwriters. Who cares? Who really cares who's written the song that much? What matters is the quality of the song in general, you know, the style, how it's going to be executed on stage. This will be performed live, probably for the first time on the Graham Norton show in a couple of weeks. That's usually how it seems to be. And then he'll do some sort of promo tour as well, I guess. He seems like he has got a pretty good voice. I haven't heard any of his other stuff, I'll be honest with you. I have heard his brother's stuff, but it's not his brother singing. And the song, it was very underwhelming, because yesterday most British Eurovision fans had sussed out that it was going to be James Newman, and the song was online. You could listen to it, and I listened to it yesterday. So actually I've listened to the song all the way through twice, not just once. I listened to it yesterday and this morning when it was broadcast on the radio. I think it is miles better than what we had last year. Considerably better than some of the entries that we've had over the past decade. Do I think it's a winner? No. Let's not get carried away. We still have many more songs to be chosen, revealed, that sort of thing. I think staging will be key. The live vocals will be key. Last year the staging was really bad for Michael Rice, so something's got to be different this year. I'm glad that it's relatively up-tempo. I was expecting, or rather hoping, that we were going to get something even more upbeat, because we need more upbeat songs this year, I feel. And I was hoping, arguably, for an even more recognisable name. But, not to worry, I think this is an alright song. I really do. I think it's fine. I think the BBC is still playing it a bit safe. But it's fine, it's a step in the right direction. In terms of the staging, there's going to be that sort of B stage thing in Rotterdam, isn't there? That sort of secondary stage, if you will. He should be on that stage, maybe for the entire song. Maybe sort of like white and blue lighting effects. And then towards the end, maybe warmer tones, maybe more orange lighting coming in. He doesn't need dancers, so don't even think about that. Maybe just a couple of backing musicians. Yeah, this has potential to be really powerful live, so they need to make it powerful live, you know? They need to work out a way where it's really going to impress people. A lot of neutral people will watch Eurovision in May, of course, and they need to be impressed in that 3 minutes, or else it's over for us. What's interesting this year is that all of the automatic finalists so far are sending male musicians. Will Germany be next later this evening? If so, that means that all of the automatic finalists this year have sent solo male musicians. That might be the first time ever. Anyway, I'm going to watch the music video and just give you my brief thoughts on it. He is walking in the snow. At the moment, at the time of recording this video, the music video has just under 23,000 views, more likes than dislikes. A lot of comments that I've already seen this morning are mixed. Some people are saying it's a bit bland, a bit safe. I agree with quite a few comments, people saying that the pause before he sings the word breath, it's a bit irritating. I agree with that, I'm not so keen on that. I know why they've done it, to make it a bit more dramatic, but it doesn't need to be there. Anyway, the music video, I really do apologise, lots of rambling here. Here it is, I'm on the official Eurovision YouTube page. I haven't seen the music video, it doesn't really matter, does it? So yes, there he is, or rather, there is a snowy forested scene, heavy breathing. Oh. We have a bit of a monologue here. Guy with a beard, and now the song begins. It does sound a little bit like, at first, Human by Rag and Bone Man, if you're familiar with that song. Anyway, there he is, nice coat. Yeah, it's just this acoustic guitar beat at the moment. We've got a dog, excellent. Yeah. This is so much better than last year's song. I really feel that. More contemporary, bit more radio friendly. And here's the thing. If this was in Melfest, I think a lot of people would be raving about it. But that's Sweden, isn't it? Not the UK. So let me know your thoughts on that. It's always interesting, you know, if one song represented a different country, would that country finish higher or lower or in the same place? Yada, yada, yada. Doesn't really matter. It's just interesting to think about. Anyway. The chorus is a little underwhelming. I feel like I've heard it before, but it's nice. That's the thing, it's nice. You can't really fault this. There's that pause before breath. Da 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 da. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm not saying much here, but there's not much to say. I mean, he's walking in the woods. It's cold. There's another bloke doing the splits, you know? I feel like I ought to put this behind my back, be a bit patriotic for a change. Nothing. Yeah. Pretty good. It's not my favourite at this moment in time. It's probably number 4 or 5 for me. I'd still have Norway above this. Maybe Lithuania above this. It's not taking much of a risk, that's the thing. I think a lot of UK Eurovision fans wanted the BBC to take a bit more of a risk this year. Not send something like Electro Velvet, never again, but maybe something more rock, maybe something even more up-tempo, maybe a band. Never mind. This is a step in the right direction. It's not that bad, it really isn't. Yeah. My last breath. Did I say one last breath earlier? Can't remember. I'm not afraid of death. Every moment should be lived. Well, I'll be honest with you, and I think many of you will agree with me here. I think the dog stole the show. It's the dog representing us. I think he should be on stage, he or she. Anyway, that's it. This was a bit of a mess of a video. I do apologise, but those are my thoughts on this year's United Kingdom Eurovision entry. My Last Breath by James Newman. Now, there's going to be a blog post about this song at some point later today. There'll be a link in the description to my blog. Feel free to check it out, where you can read my thoughts on all of the songs we know so far for this year's Eurovision. Let me know your thoughts on the UK entry. Good, bad, promising, disappointing? Were you expecting something completely different? I have to say, the BBC made a bit of a mishap yesterday, because the song was leaked online and people were listening to it and commenting on it and already ranking it, you know, in their personal ranking of the songs this year. So that's why this morning's announcement was a bit of a letdown. But this isn't that bad at all. It really isn't. It really isn't. I mean, I think this is considerably better than France's entry. I think it's better than Spain's entry. That's just my opinion. But it's not my favourite. At this moment in time, I would say between 8th and 15th in the grand final. I think that's a realistic position for this song to finish in, a realistic target for James to aim for, and that would be a very respectable result. Anyway, as I said a few minutes ago, chances are he'll perform this song live for the first time on the Graham Norton show here in the UK, probably in a few weeks, I don't know. He'll be doing lots of promo, etc. His social media, well, he's suddenly going to get a lot more followers, that's for sure. Yes, let me know what you think. Bit of a messy video, but the UK, way, love, shine a light and all of that. Well, I'll tell you something, if we had that song again, or something similar, I think we'd be one of the favourites. But anyway, that's it. Until next time, I might make a video later reacting to the German entry. Will it be another male solo musician? Will it be a ballad? Oh, let's hope not. But until next time, thank you very much for watching this rather shambolic video, I suppose. But I wanted to give you my thoughts. Until next time, roll on Eurovision 2020. Well done to James Newman, a very credible song. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.